seminar thing I had to go to for work, and we stayed in Koreatown at a hotel over there. Nice hotel called the Line, and inside our refrigerator, they had like the little mini bar. They had hype beer in there. Like, oh shit, there's hype beer. Like, I heard about it. So I took it home. I was like, I'll save that for one day. I was already drinking like alcohol or liquor. So I was like,
and then she drank
for another day. Yeah, and I had it here, and then her and one of her friends are over here, and then she just cracked it open and drank. I was like, are you fucking serious?
That's good.
She was like, oh well, just have a sip real quick. It was when I was I was gonna play football, and there's like, I think we were playing a later game because it's like noon. She's already drinking. She was like, well, you could just have a sip before you go play. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, still, that's not. So I took a little taste just to see what the flavor was like, but it's not enough.
You need the full experience.
Yeah.
You need a full can. Yeah, because the best is when, especially the Asian beers, except for Sapporo, Asahi, Height, and what was the other one I said? Cass. Those three are absolutely delicious when they're on the freezing point.
Oh, okay.
So like you put them in the fridge and you put them in there for like maybe 15, 20 minutes. And it's like, right before they're about to freeze over.
Yeah.
They're they're perfect. They're smooth, and
that's how
they're not like Coors Light or Bud Light where they taste like crap. They taste like they're like water. You can feel a taste in it. It's got body to it.
That's how I kind of feel like with like rock stars. It's like I can't have them if they're not like super. I mean, I could drink it,
super cold,
but when they're like super cold, like almost on the verge of freezing, they're like really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's like if I have them and it's just sometimes you buy them at the store and they're not that cold. I'm like
yeah, it's like yeah. There's other alcohol and drinks like that too, like Jaeger. Jaeger's fucking disgusting when it's like room temperature.
Dude. Yeah.
But when it's cold, like ice cold, oh man, it's delicious.
Yeah, I never really got into Jaeger. But the few times I did have it though, like it was like super cold, like I needed it that way. And then I always mixed it with like Red Bull,
something. Oh, can you imagine like a really really cold Rockstar and Jaeger?
That'd be pretty good.
That'd be pretty delicious, dude. Especially like some of the zero sugar ones.
Yeah, that's the only ones I drink is the no sugar ones. And
those ones are good. Who needs all that extra sugar, right?
Yeah.
Fuck the sugar industry.
I mean, I guess you could say it's a little better for you, but not like it's good in the first place.
Chocolate and rust together is delicious. I can feel the tetanus just flowing through my body.
Builds your immunity up.
My immune system builds my immunity up to tetanus. But yeah, dude, those beers are delicious. Next time we go to because when we get it, we go to Sacramento at the Asian market up there. I think it's like Sacramento, Roseville area. There's a market up there, and that's where we get all of our alcohol because alcohol at like American stores suck. They're fucking terrible. And I'll tell you this. The alcohol that they have over there is all imported stuff direct from their countries. So like if you get vodka, it's coming from Russia.
Oh, that's cool.
Or if you get like they have like a dark like brandy or whatever it is, and it comes from Vietnam, and it's in a bottle, but it's not like a regular bottle. The glass blowers have fashioned a bottle out of a dragon, and they put it in there. It's like, I don't know if it's, and the thing is, it's not labeled, so they don't have like a mark on it. And it's either brandy or Hennessy or one of the two. It's one of those. I think for CAW, I'm getting the night off, because, I'm champ now. I'm getting the night off, and I'm buying one of those bottles for everybody. And we're all drinking out of it.
Hell yeah.
We're
get big.
We're getting fucked up.
That's, I love Jaime, but I feel he kind of dropped the ball when he won it last year. I expected him to
have more.
The way I kind of talked shit so hard those last 2 years, And the way, I kind of rubbed it in his face after I beat him with
Oh, the Michael Jordan cake?
the Jordan
Ooh.
cake. The shit I left on his porch, I was like, all right,
that
here
was
it comes,
good,
Like, I think I woke up the dragon, and then the championship came, and I was just like,
Nothing.
where's the meme cakes at? Like,
I think the only thing that Jaime did that was worthy of any kind of note was when when Rudy tried to shake his hand. The new guy Rudy tried to shake his hand. He goes, what did he say? He said the champ doesn't shake hands.
yeah, something like that.
And he tried to shake his hand with his cock. That shit was good. Oh man. All right, holla at your boy. I'm Jimbo Stevens. This is Ray Van Dam. We had a video before that was our comeback, but apparently that phone's gone. I don't know what happened to that phone. It's dead. So that's a lost episode.
You'll find it when the topic maybe is not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
But clips of it might be. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
like the Juju and Perfect thing.
Yeah.
That'll probably remain forever.
I think they'll
That's
still be talking about
solidified.
that. They'll still be talking about it next year. I mean, when they play each other again,
Yeah.
you already know where all the hype's going to be at.
Oh
so
hell yeah.
Hopefully it turns up by then, but
Who knows?
Yeah.
It probably might not ever. We'll just
Shit happens.
we'll consider it bonus DVD content. So,
director's cut.
Director's cut. Straight to DVD. First thing that we're gonna address is that I've been concentrating so much in the CAW on winning that I've not put out any kind of content whatsoever for this channel. Because I've been working my way to be champion, and it paid off. Because now I'm the CAW and just to make note, because we were talking about this the other day. In this is the reason why this league is so prestigious. This is the reason why this league is the most important league out of any other league that you've ever known about or been a part of. Is because in the lifetime of CAW, was it 13 years now?
Yeah, since 2005.
Since 2005, there have only been 4 people that have won the championship. Only 4. Not a full handful. Only 4 people that have won the championship.
Yeah, and there's been a total of, 11, 12, 13, 14 different people that have played.
14.
I could be missing one. So
No, you're right. About 14 different people.
It's not like it's 4 people and then we get rid of new people all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
It's consistent, usually about the same 10 people. I mean, last year we had a change, and before that, the only other change that happened was in like 2011,
yeah.
2010, 2011, something like that. And the 3 people, who I think there was 3 people now that don't play with us that are involved, if I remember correctly.
You mean like in any leagues, or were you talking?
Oh, in CAW. From when they came in, because when we brought them in, now they've quit and they don't.
Oh,
play
you're
the
saying they
league
don't
anymore.
play? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So I think there's like 3 people or something like that, 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, over those 13, 14 years, there have only been 4 people that have won the championship, and out of those 4, 3 of those people have been in the championship more than any other person in the league. And it's too difficult to go back and look at because it takes some time to look at, see who was in the championship. But let's put it this way: out of the 14 people that have participated in this league, there have been, aside from the champions, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 4 other people that have been in the championship game.
Man.
That's it.
Yeah.
And if you look at the money totals,
Oh.
the 3 champions have won the most amount of money.
Staggering.
And let's put it this way: their payouts for people that have not won the championship total what, $400, maybe $600.
Over the last, was it 4 years or last 4 seasons? Remember I gave you the stat.
No, over the last 6 seasons since 2011.
I didn't go back that far.
No,
I know I counted the
2012?
last 4, There was
2013. It was
there was the
2013.
one that you beat me in, and then there's the 2 in a row that I won, and then this last year where you beat Jaime. And out of all 4 of those years, it's been the same 3 people,
Me,
which are
him, and the Tank of Dicks.
which are the only
multi-champions.
And then Surge cracked one of those.
Yeah.
Uh,
Started in Kiko.
so
So,
it's $400 of the last 4 years. have gone.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. 5 years. There's only been 2 people aside from us, and out of that, the people who have made it to the championship, not won, that aren't the champions, total $400.
Yeah, and it's oh man, I had the stat.
It was like 2,200 or like. It was 1,200. Well,
no, 1,200 would be all the first place finishes.
$1,500 because if it's 5 years,
$1,600 have gone between me and you and Jaime over the last 4 years. The rest of the league has $400. It's time for the rest of you guys to step your game up a little bit.
It just shows that we're the best, and it doesn't matter what league because we'll win in CAW, and if we're not winning in CAW, we're winning in other leagues.
Yeah. I won 2 work leagues this year, and I won the league that I've been in the longest. This one, it's not a money league, but it's an old league that I've been playing with for a long time. So
It's all prestige.
that one I won.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna see.
go
this
ahead.
here
Yeah,
real quick.
go ahead. We gotta knock at the door. Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse. But the point is that it doesn't matter what league I'm in. It doesn't matter what league Ray's in. If we're not winning in CAW, we're winning in other leagues. Ray mentioned all the leagues that he's won in. I myself, I've won in public leagues this year. I've won in a couple work leagues, and it doesn't even matter the quarterback I have. Like in the championship game this year in CAW, I won the championship with Case Keenum. With Case Keenum. And the 2 work leagues that I won in, I won one of them with Blake Bortles, which is bad, even though he did great in the championship weeks. Blake Bortles, and the other one was Nick Foles. And in the public league I was in, I won it with Jimmy Garoppolo.
If it's kind of proved, some people, a lot of people that talk about drafts can, say you can hold off on a quarterback, and there are times when you can, and there are times when the value is too good to pass up.
Yeah.
Depending on how the board breaks down.
Yeah.
But the 2 work leagues that I won this year, one league, my main quarterbacks that I drafted that year was like Jameis Winston, and I can't remember who the other guy was. But I picked up Derek Carr in free agency.
Yeah.
That league, I ended up... I started Joe Flacco in the championships, and I won. I started Joe freaking Flacco, and I am not a Joe Flacco. I don't own the guy. Every year, I consistently do not own that guy. But fantasy football is matchups based.
Yes.
And
hugely.
In the championship week, it was Derek Carr versus the Eagles at Philly. Or it was Joe Flacco versus like the Colts or something like that. And Flacco was a free agent, and it was like Derek Carr hadn't really been doing much. The offense sucked for Oakland this year. So I was like, I think Carr has a better chance of putting up a dud than Flacco would against the Colts. Mm-hmm. So I went with Flacco, and when I picked him up, the dude I was playing against was like, "You're crazy! Like you can't start Flacco." He's like, "Don't do it, man." And I was like, I'm going to start Flacco. And I did. And Flacco didn't have a great game, but I think he cracked like 20 points for me, which was decent. It was better than Carr did that game.
Yep.
The other work league, I had a rotation. I had Derek Carr in that league too. I ended up cutting him at some point, and I picked up Jared Goff pretty early. Before he really started to light it up. And he was undrafted in a lot of leagues. So I picked up Goff.
Yeah.
And then one guy cut Aaron Rodgers, and I picked him up probably like 2 weeks before he was about to come back. I started him in the one playoff game that he was available, and I won that week. Next week, I started Jared Goff on week 16, and Goff had I think 4 touchdowns the championship week.
Yeah,
so
championship week, yeah.
You know,
against the Raiders, right?
No, he didn't play the Raiders. Goff
my
played,
bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Eagles.
I can't remember who they played in the championship week.
I think it was the Cardinals.
But yeah, still he had 4 touchdowns. So
there you go. And that's the thing. That's what we try to employ every single time. Listen to this. In fantasy football, even if your draft is shit, if your draft ends up garbage and a lot of guys are hurt, you can still make the playoffs. Look, the Tank of Dicks, the king champion himself, every one of his players that are studs in the beginning of the year that you'd have drafted top 5, injured reserve. Odell Beckham, David Johnson. Who else? Who else was it? He had one other guy on IR.
Damn. I know the crazy thing is both of his franchise players.
Yeah, his franchise players
done pretty early on in the season.
And that's not to ignore the fact that he also had Kareem Hunt on his team.
Yeah.
So he's going into this already Studsville, right? Still makes the playoffs even with all those dudes on IR and Kareem Hunt sliding in October and November.
Yeah, dude, what's up with Andy Reid, man? I don't get
he
just refuses to hand Kareem Hunt the ball sometimes.
That's their strong point, and they just
when they started the year, 5-0 or whatever it was, they were feeding him like crazy, and then they slowly stopped giving him the ball. Even that playoff game against the Titans, they gave him in the first quarter he had 5 carries. That's good. That's on pace for 20 carries for the game. Yeah. 5 carries in the first quarter. They're winning. The whole rest of the game, 6 carries.
That's it.
6 fucking carries the whole rest of the game.
Oh yeah,
it's
what?
How the fuck do you do that? He's your workhorse, dude. Yeah. So, and I hate the Chiefs. Let's just
let's just
clear that up right now. But I am not biased when I see someone's usage rate being a total failure. It reminded me of the Jamal Charles situation. When he would rip it up, but he would not get the ball that often. And it was dude, why aren't they giving this guy the ball more?
What are you doing?
Yeah, then when they finally got rid of the coach, it was
it's almost like history repeating itself from 10 years ago after, not just with Jamal Charles, but with Larry Johnson too, where they're just not giving the running back the ball. And the running game is their strongest point. Because we can all sit back and agree for a fact that the Chiefs' passing game is not their strong suit.
No.
I don't care who you are. You can believe in... You can look up all the stats and say, hey, look, Alex Smith throw 1 or 2 picks every season for a billion seasons. It doesn't matter.
When it comes down to it, though,
It's like I said in one of the videos that I posted, and I got called an asshole for it. It literally, somebody called me an asshole. It doesn't matter who you are. You can believe in Alex Smith all you want. The fact of the matter remains, he's a game manager, and he's not a game winner. It's a fact. Because when was the last time Alex Smith threw a touchdown to win the game? When was the last time? The 2011 playoffs against the Saints when he was on the Niners. That was the very last time he did it. And since then...
Did he run that in?
He ran it in.
I think he did run it in.
He didn't even throw it. He ran it in. Ever since then, anytime the game... You don't even acknowledge this year's playoffs. Look at last year's playoffs when he played against the Steelers, and they needed a touchdown to win because they were down by 4 points. What happened? He got shut out. He got shut down. All by James Harrison. That was all James Harrison. And guess what? Didn't win the game throwing a touchdown. So, and same thing happened against the Bills. And I remember when they played the Bills, the same exact thing happened. I saw that the Bills are up by 4 points. It was getting toward the end of the game, and I looked at it, and I even said it in the group text. The game's over. It's done. It's over. Don't just wrap it up. Because Alex Smith is not going to throw a game-winning touchdown. And look what happened. Did he throw a game-winning touchdown?
No.
Why? Because he's trash. He's the most accurate quarterback you'll ever meet. He's the guy with a very high QBR. He's the guy who his percentage for touchdown to interception ratio is incredible. His game-winning ability, 0%. Do you want? Let me ask you something. When you want a quarterback to win the game, do you want 0% or do you want 1%?
I want my quarterback to win that shit 100%.
100% of the time. That's the correct answer. That's the correct answer.
Be that guy that people are afraid of. Like,
yes.
You know, like you give Drew Brees 30 seconds left on the clock, no timeouts. You're still fucking sweating it out. You know, Same thing with like Tom Brady or something.
Your fucking butthole is tingling.
Oh, fuck. Even with 30 seconds, like, man,
clenched.
I think we left him with too much time on the clock.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's how you know you have a quarterback that you can rely on and depend on to win the game. And we've talked about this at length during the last year's NFL draft video. Who do you want? Do you want Alex Smith winning the game for you, or do you want Aaron Rodgers winning the game for you?
Oh, it's not even an argument. It's not even a question, really.
None. You could. We even talked about it then, and I'm gonna say it now. Just like Ray said then, you can give the ball to Alex Smith in the red zone. You can give it to him on the red zone. And I'd still take Aaron Rodgers on the 1 yard line on the opposite end of the field over Alex Smith. 100% of the time.
Yeah.
With 2 seconds left. With 2 seconds left. And you can give Alex Smith 5 minutes. And I'd still take Aaron Rodgers. I'd take Tom Brady. I'd take Drew Brees. Hell, I'd even take Ben
Drew
Roethlisberger.
Bledsoe.
I'd take Drew Bledsoe. Fuck it. I'd take Drew Bledsoe. I'd take Blake Bortles at this point over Alex Smith. Why? Because you want game winners. You don't want game managers.
This is that part where people freeze frame that sentence. You say, "Whoa, Blake Bortles game winner! The fuck out of here!" Then you start exaggerating a little bit.
But you get it. You get the point. You get the point. And it was the same exact question was brought up to me about Tyrod Taylor because I'm a Bills fan. Everyone should know it by now. And if you don't, then I'm a Bills fan. Hey, there you go. It was brought up to me. What do you think about Tyrod Taylor? You think he's going to be back next season? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, I hope not. And they said, why? He's a great game manager. And I said it flat out. And it shut the argument down completely around these group of guys at work. I told them, look, I don't want a game manager on my team. I want a game winner.
Yeah.
I want a game winner.
A game manager is okay if you have like this really elite defense, you know, because the defense can create turnovers and make things happen for you. But when you don't have like an elite level defense, you need more than a game manager. If you're playing a team that's better than you, then what's a game manager going to do? They're only just going to stay par. That's it.
That's it.
When you're going against someone that's leagues ahead of you, like you need to make plays. You can't just coast and keep it, you know, consistently average. Like, no, you gotta make plays. You gotta try and win this game.
Yeah, you gotta go out there.
They're not going to give it to you.
Yeah, because we can bang this out. We can beat this with this dead horse consistently with a baby seal all day long, and the fact remains: if you have a game manager on your team and you're losing, how good is that game manager going to be? It's not going to be good at all. I mean, what's the point of having a game manager if you're losing?
Yeah.
I mean, you said it, you know, a game manager is going to be par. Well, if you're going up against Tiger Woods, what use is that?
Yeah.
I mean, Tiger Woods is going birdie, 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 eagle,
Yeah.
birdie, birdie, eagle, eagle, birdie, birdie, birdie all day long. And if he's doing that to you and you're just going par all day long, it makes no sense to just even be on the field. You should just, when it comes to the back nine, you should just leave. Go home.
The
Have a
lead
beer.
is done.
It's done. It's a wrap. Because you're not coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point. And when it comes to the Bills, you know who I want the Bills to go after?
Alex Smith? No.
Jesus Christ. There were two options. There were two options brought up, and I want Rosen.
Yeah.
I want Drew Rosen. That's who I want on my team. Josh Rosen. Yeah. Josh Rosen. That's who I want on my team. UCLA. And a lot of people are like, well, who good has come out of UCLA? You can answer that for me.
Didn't Troy Aikman come
Troy Aikman. Super Bowl winning dynasty quarterback, Troy Aikman. So you cannot deny the level of talent in any college. If they're a quarterback, they're high profile. And what pick did Troy Aikman go?
He's number one.
Number fucking one. Now I'm not saying Josh Rosen is like Troy Aikman or anything like that. But I'm saying, hey, look, if you got a guy out there who is overachieving and in a quarterback class like this, which is like the most stacked in years, why not take a chance on him? I mean, the Bills have all these draft picks.
Yeah,
got the opportunity.
hopefully, I mean, this could go in the Bills' favor. If I don't even see Mel Kiper's premature mock draft, but he had the Browns
pre-ejaculation draft.
He had the Browns taking Josh Allen, which people have been like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense for him to all of a sudden leapfrog to number one. And everyone's talking about, like, well, he has, good mechanics, all that stuff. But I was like, well, yeah, but still, he played in the WAC and was like the fifth or sixth highest rated quarterback in that conference. Like, dude,
the WAC CC.
You should be lighting it up.
Yeah.
Like if you play in that conference, if you're gonna be good. So
you should have like 5,000.
I think he had like 16 touchdowns or something like that. And I was like, dude, no, you gotta. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, that's.
You gotta pump those up.
Yeah, that's junior high shit right there.
We need the McConaughey pop up right there.
all right.
Yeah. So
let's bump it
I don't think that happens, but that could be a typical Browns move. Yeah. And if it does,
oh, thank God.
Now you got to worry about what the Giants are going to do. Hopefully they fall in love with Sam Darnold. I hope. And if they do, you know what? Maybe you could get that quarterback to fall a little bit, or you might have to move up. But the Bills got ammo to do it.
I'll tell you this: the Giants. I already know what the Giants are going to do with their draft pick, and they're going to go Saquon Barkley.
Man,
they're gonna believe in the hype. They're gonna go for him, and they're gonna leave a lot on the table. That's what they're gonna do.
If they do that, then they got to decide. They're gonna have to draft a quarterback. Well, I take that back. I would say they either have to draft a quarterback in the middle rounds, but no, I wouldn't do it because they just drafted Davis Webb from Cal this past year. I think was it the third or fourth round?
Third round.
And he was pretty good at Cal, so. If you already took one in the third round or something, there's no need to do it again. You'd be better off waiting to the following year, see how the team turns out, and maybe you draft one in the first that year, or you see how Davis Webb, get how he gets better over the year or not.
Well, why draft a quarterback at all? Ben McAdoo, he's fallen in love with fucking Geno Smith.
This is where they fucking blew it, dude. Was giving Geno the reps.
That's a Sean McDermott move.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so you're going to bench Eli, you're going to break the streak, and you're going to break the streak for Geno fucking Smith. How many years of tape do you have on him already? It's like, dude, give the rookie a shot.
Yeah.
I'm a Raider fan, but our defense did not play well last year. It's like, dude, give the rookie a shot against a bad defense.
Yeah.
That's an ideal situation for him to be in. If he can handle this defense that isn't very good, then maybe you get it. Okay, maybe he can handle the load a little bit. But if he falls on his face, okay, well maybe it was a rookie. I mean, but still,
it's a safe call because at that point the Raiders had one interception.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember if we had fired Norton yet at that point.
Look, the fact remains is that they had zero pass rush, they had zero pressure on the quarterback, they had zero interceptions. They had just a few sacks, only just to have them handed to them.
It's mainly Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack was the only one getting hits, and he was getting doubled a lot too because no one else was getting home. So
nobody. So you look at it; it's a prime example of saying, "Hey, look, this is the time to put in the rookie." Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, with my team, the Bills, you're going up against probably one of the best pass defenses in the league. You're going up against one of the best pass rushes in the league. In the San Diego Chargers, there's absolutely no way, there's no reason for you to ever put in Nathan Peterman. I mean, if you take the shot to put in Nathan Peterman, you have to wait a couple weeks to go up against one of the worst defenses in the league. But instead, you're going up against one of the best defenses, regardless if they lost 4 in a row in the beginning of the season. I don't give a shit about that. You look at what they've done all November, they were probably one of the top defenses in the league. Their turnover ratio was great. Their scoring on defense was phenomenal. So at that point, you're just giving them more ammo to tell everybody else in the league that this is a contending team. Especially with Nathan Peterman, who in the offseason proved absolutely nothing. just struggling against second and third string players in preseason, and then you get the result that you get, and that's what happens, and that's a clear example of when you should put in a rookie quarterback and when you should not put in a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
You know what I was thinking about too is the with the Eli streak being ended like that. I was thinking, man, it was like a big streak, and like thinking of streak, wrestling fan too. So it made me think of the Undertaker streak, and it's like when Undertaker streak ended, okay, it was a Brock Lesnar, okay, that makes sense.
I get that.
But it's like it was the equivalent having Gino be the one to break it, like.
It's the equivalent of Roman Reigns doing it.
Not even that. I'd say even Roman Reigns, you could say, okay, he was younger. He's kind of this up and coming dude. It'd be like the equivalent, like the Brooklyn Brawler, like beating Taker Street. Because it's like, dude, why would you try and put the Brooklyn Brawler over? Everybody knows what he is.
Or
like,
Bastion Booger.
Yeah, Bastion is like, dude, you know who these guys are. Like this is not gonna help them at all. Like they're locked into their position. As far as this business goes, they're not going to get, ascend to that next level. That's what I feel Geno Smith was. Yeah. He's not like a mid Carter. He's
Bastion Booger.
Yeah, he's the dark match, type dude going in there for the job.
Yeah,
and that's all he is now. Like we've seen everything he has to offer, and it's just been terrible. So to have him be the one to end that streak with the help of Eli. And then to top it off and make it even dumber, they suited up Eli.
Yeah.
They had Eli suit up.
Out there.
And the rookie, they had him not dressed for it. So it was like, that even made the whole decision even worse. Yeah. Because it wasn't like you could be like, well, in the second half, I think, we might go to Davis Webb, give him a shot. You didn't even have to say that pregame.
No.
If the game was close or if the Giants were losing, you could have said, you know what? We're going to give the rookie a shot and see how he does.
Yeah.
And if he would have did well, what a great decision, And it's like, why did you even have Eli suit up to begin with? There's no point, dude.
None at all.
So
absolutely zero.
So dumb.
I mean, if there's any coach deserving of being fired, it's Ben McAdoo. McDoo. It's a new That's the new item on McDonald's menu. The McDoo. Yeah, I mean,
it happens every time after I have a McRib.
Yeah,
I take a McDoo.
Yeah, see, and that's a clear, perfect example of reasons for firing a coach. Something like that. Reasons for not firing a coach is when the Steelers lost to the Jags, and every Steelers fan,
dude,
across the nation wanted Mike Tomlin to be fired. What the fuck is your problem,
dude?
Like seriously, what the hell are you thinking? This is a man who's brought success to your fucking organization. Yeah. Do you really want to go through what the Jags went through in 2012? Were you the laughingstock of the fucking league, or the Bills?
You don't want to go what the Raiders went through prior to getting Del Rio, where it was like a different.